Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Hey, what's up YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan, and this is another one of my 1959 Ford project videos that I'm going to point some things out that I think might be helpful to you guys if you're working on an old Ford or an old car. Again, specifically a 1959 Ford Ranch Wagon. Working on the horns today. We're going to replace this little plastic ring that goes on this snaps into the steering wheel. You push that for the horn. There's an insulator ring here that we need to replace. And then we're going to add the low horn. Not all of the 59s came with a low horn. Some of them just had a single high horn, and we're going to replace the low horn. This particular model didn't come with the high horn. Excuse me, didn't come with the low horn, but we're going to add it. So I pulled this off of one in the junkyard. It's got the bracket. The bracket's drying over there. Here, I'll show you guys. You can see the high horn down here, and then the low horn bolts into these two bolt holes right here. The bracket bolts in here, and the bolts were already in here. Even though this car didn't come with that particular horn, the cage bolts, or excuse me, cage nuts were already in here. Sorry, I do that a lot. I say bolts and nuts interchangeably, and I know it's wrong. Again, dumb guy. But the horn that was on the car in the junkyard doesn't work. I tested it, so I bought a new one from Dennis Carpenter. Haven't tested it out or anything yet, but we're just assuming it works. Now, I want to point out something that I struggled with because I didn't know which horn I had. I listened to it, it honked, and I'm like, well, is that high or is that low? I can't tell. But if you look on these horns here, I'm going to try and get it in the sunlight. Right down here in the corner, right there, you can see low. It's the low tone. The new one, you can see it right there where I'm pointing it. It just has an L on it, again, for low. The other ones say high, either H or HI. I think that's it. You know, this one feels a little bit lighter than the old one. It doesn't necessarily feel cheaper. It just feels like it's a little bit lighter, which I'm sure it's fine. Something else I want to point out is the ground post here has a screw. The old ones just have this little tab here that the factory plug just fits over. So I don't know, that's a little bit thicker, I think, than the plug. I'm going to try and fit it over there just for experiment's sake here to get it all working today. We'll get to this in just a second. I do have the new insulator ring here. Again, some parts from Dennis Carpenter. Didn't show you guys this, but I put the new, I don't even know what this is called, man. There was a new insulator sleeve that goes in here. In fact, I think I have the old one. Yeah, see, the old one was broken off here. This fits into a little hole there in the steering wheel, and then this metal bushing goes in there, and you can kind of see it dragging this ring. So then when you ground it, set the camera there, hopefully you guys can see that. We're going to take this wire, we're going to ground this here, and then touching that tab right there. It's the equivalent of pushing the horn button once we have that on. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to replace this ring here. Oh, one thing I want to point, sorry, the camera might be bending down a little bit there. One thing I want to point out, that right there, when we snap this on, needs to go over that little button that I was touching the wire to. That's what it grounds to, is that metal piece right there. lose my place. So you can see these tabs right here are what broke off of that one, just old plastic. Gets brittle over time. That'll fit on like that, and then we can just put the screws back in here. Whoops. Put this on. Here's the horn spring right here, and then these little tabs should fit inside these grooves here, and when we push the horn ring in and turn it, it'll lock into place. That's the plan anyway. So it should just, it might honk the horn when we're doing this too, I don't know. There we go. But it doesn't. Why doesn't it honk the horn now? There we go. Doesn't work. Gotta hit it on this side here. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and hook up the, install and hook up the high horn now. Low horn. Sorry, I keep interchanging that. Dyslexic, sorry. All right, we've got the bracket mounted here, and we're gonna bolt our new horn in. I'm a little bit disappointed. These are 10mm nuts. This is an old classic American car. It should be standard, so I'm a little bit disappointed that it's metric. It shouldn't be metric. Let's see here. I did have to solder eyelet connector on here, right here. The old boot that fits for the stud on the other one wouldn't fit on here, so not that big a deal. I just took a couple minutes to connect that. Tighten this up with our 10mm. How hard it is to not lose a 10mm socket, but I still got mine, so. Right there. Boy, that's just long enough, isn't it? That's all that matters. Should do it. Holy shit, that's way louder. Wow. All right. Cool. I like it. I'm happy. It's a loud horn. All right, I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll try to help as best I can. Until next time, be excellent to each other. See ya.
You know, sir, it's cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, sir, he bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real dope bar. Some of them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom!